Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Pantsless Tables, where today, starting today, every Tuesday, we are playing Pasión de las Pasiones, um, with these lovely players. I am your master of ceremonies. You can call me Madam Heart for this game. I am HMP, I use they, them pronouns, and I will be facilitating this game for, we'll see how long. But let's get introduced to our players here, starting with Kronos. Why not?
All right. So my name is Kronos. Yes, that Kronos, the Titan god of time. Blah blah blah. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing Federico Fettucci, a pasta chef at the restaurant La Nautica.
All right. Next up, Adi.
Hello, people of the internet. I am Adi MK. He, him pronouns, general TTRPG enthusiast and RP aficionado. I am going to be playing Carmen Santevista, a host and singer at La Nautica. And I hope to entrance each and every one of you, because I have already done that with the rest of my players.
Oh, I can't wait for people to meet Carmen in game. All right, Amanda.
Hello, everyone. I'm Amanda Panda Sensei. My pronouns are she, her, but I'll be playing Fernando Reyes, and who is the sous chef of La Nautica, yeah, just a very handsome and dashing fellow. So hope you all like and enjoy him.
Yes, our lovely brooding knight in shining armor types. Love it. Next up, Sangeet.
Hello, I am Sangeet. I don't have fancy Discord name. I am the Sangeet. I will be playing Mrs. Salazar, Mrs. Lorena Camilla Salazar. I am the owner of La Nautica. And yeah, no fancy business in my restaurant, please. Thank you.
All right. Next, let's go for Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm playing Marina Catalina Murillo, the pastry chef of La Nautica.
Yes. And last but definitely not least, a surprise appearance from Steve.
Hello, hi. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I am I'm the guy that runs Master Tables most of the time. I was not supposed to be a player today, but we are missing Denver, who's having IRL issues. So we are. I figured why not hop in and go back to my favorite world with my favorite character, Silvio Santos, he, they, and my pronouns are he, him.
All right, everyone. Wow, love this cast. Love it. Absolutely love. All right, so we are playing El Sabor del Amor, which is a telenovela that has been rebooted into our modern times, sticking to like a similar plot as its predecessor. The show is only 20 episodes in, so a lot can happen. But let's dive in. As the sun is setting and the rays shine across the waters of the ocean, they cast an almost ethereal glow over a cliff by the seaside, atop which sits a restaurant. You hear the sound of waves crashing against the rocks below, and as the camera pans closer towards the restaurant, you hear the soft murmur of conversations, glasses clinking, and the faint shout or two of orders being barked in the back. Restaurant, named La Nautica, might seem a little outdated in terms of interior design, but has come up from a hole-in-the-wall style place into its full splendor that you now know it as. It has balconies with tables overseeing the sea. You have an indoor seating which is around a central stage where there's like what is it? A grand piano? Yes, a grand piano. The inside itself has your accents of its colors, which are white and red, so ornate looking. And the camera moves to the restaurant amongst the people having dinner, laughing, conversing, and into the swinging doors of the bustling kitchen. The kitchen is filled with steam and brightly shining silver surfaces, and although it may seem hot and uncomfortable to a passerby, this is home for the employees of La Nautica. The kitchen itself isn't sprawling, but everyone who works in it knows it like the back of their hands, and every person has their own station that they know and love and cherish. And it's in here that we find Fernando. It's the middle of dinner rush, I would say. What is Fernando up to?
So during the dinner rush, Fernando will be, probably. I'm guessing the head chef is in today, so I'm thinking Fernando is working on a uh, on his signature dish, and is just hard at work preparing this Japanese fusion ceviche. So which so it's very like a blend of like this raw fish, almost like a ahi poke kind of style, like a raw tuna cut at like a prepared like with the precision of a sushi chef. So.
All right. Yeah, I would say Fernando's ceviche ever since, has Fernando like brought it up to Mariano to be put on the menu, like as an option, like sometimes?
I think so, yeah. I imagine that that's sort of what got him into the restaurant, is
right.
his ability to make this kind of dish. Yeah.
All right. In that case, I'll say that today your ceviche is just being ordered left, right, and center. Kind of a make it or break it kind of situation for Fernando, especially if they want to prove themselves, especially to Mariano. And as Fernando's, goes on perfecting his ceviche recipe, we see a bread chef who is, carefully cutting focaccia and, plating it out and hollering orders and communicating with the other staff. Plates are being moved towards the front, and you see another chef who seems to be a little frustrated. Federico? How is Federico handling this dinner rush? Kronos? Is Kronos muted?
Sorry, what? No, I'm here. So yeah, Federico at this time is he is he is like it is dinner rush, right? So he is like
Mhm.
completely focused on the pasta. He's looking at the bills that come in, number 3, number 5, number 7, and like just has to get it done, right? So like tagliatelle with like the tomato sauce and like a perfect bechamel sauce pasta with fusilli. And yeah, no, he is just at it. Doesn't yeah, just wiping his pro and trying to get through the day.
All right. At The camera then, moves to the rest of the kitchen, and you see one more chef, the very back, preparing what looks like a cake. And we are introduced to Maria.
Maria is working on her signature tres cake. It always sells out with the dinner rush, so she's trying to get ahead of the curve. But she's also got like 4 other mixing bowls of different things going. And to walk up to her, you wouldn't know what any of them are for, but she knows exactly what step she's at in each of 4 different recipes. She doesn't really have a lot of space in the kitchen because she never really asked for more space, so she's sort of always just made do with whatever little corner she was given, but she just sort of expertly navigates behind every other chef in the kitchen and just sort of blending right in with the background.
All right. With leaving Maria's station, the camera goes out back into the restaurant's main floor. Velvet curtains, divide the private booths from each other. And each private booth has, yes, private booths. I'm trying to think private booths are their own booths, just the entrance has a curtain, is what I was trying to say. But we see a stunning woman seating down, someone who looks very important. What sweet words is Carmen saying to this VIP couple?
Well, I am very glad that you have chosen to grace us with your presence, my dears. But please sit down and enjoy the ambience and the vibe that La Nautica and only La Nautica has to offer. I shall bring you your menus immediately. Is there something else that you would require in addition to the wine list? I do have a bit of a song that's going to be happening in about 10 minutes. But if there is something else that I could provide to you in this moment, please do share. And she would grace both their shoulders with most lingering butterfly touches.
They take their seats almost in a trance, and they kind of say, they kind of offer like, oh no, I think we're good. Thank you for seating us. We've been trying to get a spot here for ages.
It is only right then that is in this moment that your desire won out and you've got a place at La Nautica. But once again, let me do know if there is anything that you would require. And she rises up from her bow and like gives a small little bow, and then snaps like, waiter.
One of the waiters, I would say, let's say Trinidad, hands them menus, gives them a spiel of the wines and any specials that are happening. We leave the patrons with the waiter and Carmen to go prep for her performance. And as we as the camera pans back to like the restaurant's doors, someone enters. Someone who is kind of a familiar face around this establishment, and we see Silvio.
Oh, hello. I'm here. Your savior is here. Fernando, do you need help with the dinner rush? It's my specialty, of course, to help with unforeseen circumstances. That's why I show up, of course.
Silvio, my friend, you don't have to worry about that. It's we're all handling things. Don't just relax. We've got this.
Oh, okay, fine then. That's not an issue. I'll go sit at the bar then. I'll add to your stress. Why not? And Silvio's wearing this he's wearing this 3-piece suit. It's like it's like this black, jet black, like Japanese silk kind of suit with like the what's it called? The vest is open, but the inside, the secondary, whatever it's called, that's, I don't know my terms. That's buttoned up. He's wearing a silverish shirt underneath with shoes, surprisingly not very formal shoes. Looks like the kind of shoes that you would wear if you were on your feet for extended period of time, like comfortable black, but they match his suit, of course. And the suit looks like the length it goes down to about his mid thigh, and he seems a little bit more comfortable. He pulls up his sleeves and he just walks up to the bar and sits down and motions to the bartender to pour him a glass of orange juice, because he's still technically on the clock, so he's not going to be drinking, and also some steak, because that's a weird combination, but it's funny.
Yeah. Just because I'm a little lost, explain to me what Silvio does at Nautica.
Oh, Silvio is just the guy who hops in from time to time to be like, hey, the Salazars need an update, but also I really like this place, so I'm here to help out if needed. But also I'm pretending that I'm working because fuck the establishment, and I don't really want to work for them. But this is a fun job to have, and I get paid to do fuck all. So yeah, that's basically it.
Right.
But he also has a day job where, like, outside of this, where he works with, he's used the money that he made after the chaos with Eladio and everything to set up an orphanage, where he helps fund that place on the side, because but he doesn't really work in the operations for it, because he knows that is not his skill, and he's hired someone who actually knows what, how to handle shit, and he's just there as like, I'll be here to help and provide any support if needed. That's basically Silvio. He's the supporting NPC turned PC turned NPC. Basically, that's them.
He is all the miscellaneous staff.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is like last season on La Nautica. Fair enough.
Yeah, and if you're like on TV, right, the minute he shows up, the entire audience cheers. So because of course they do.
Yeah, I wonder if Silvio was like a beloved character that they weren't going to bring back, and they were like, we're 20 episodes in, let the audience have like fan service almost.
Hell yeah.
And what does Silvio do? Everything.
Yeah.
All right. You absolutely can sit at the bar where Antonio will, take your quote unquote drink order, give you a little bit of a stink eye, because he likes to show off his skills, but he still pours you an orange juice and still puts an umbrella in it just because. All right. The lights in the restaurant get dimmed down as a spotlight shines on a person on stage. Lorena,
Yes.
how are you to address your patrons on this wonderful night?
Dorina waits for the spotlight to come on and the attention to gather before she comes on stage. As the spotlight gathers the eyes, she walks up. She's wearing this beautiful emerald dress and these really shiny emerald matching earrings. Her grayish, like pepperish hair cascade down to her like shoulders as she comes. Welcome, everybody. Good evening, patrons. Good evening, my lovelies. They're second time here. Very nice, very nice. So I hope you're all enjoying your evening. It has been a while since I have myself come to this restaurant. I've managed so many things, but tonight is a special event. Tonight, our singer, our beautiful Carmen, is going to perform one of her own songs, one of the newest ones she's written for you all. So that will be lovely. I do not wish to take too much of your time. So I just came on stage to welcome you all to Nautica. I hope you enjoy yourselves. And yes, I'll give the stage and I'm going to just wave down to my right, expecting somebody to be there.
Oh, yes. I would say
Yes.
Cruz is there to like take the microphone with you, from you, and to like get his guitar set up. And Carmen and Cruz take over the stage.
Yes. All the best. And she's
so-
going to walk downstairs.
Sorry, say again, Lorena?
Please, yeah.
Nothing. I was just saying that she's going to walk downstage.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. All right,
Earlier
Carmen and Cruz.
in her role as a host, she would have been dressed far more conservatively. It would have been a white jacket, very straight shoulders with a Chinese collar, with gold filigree, and it would have been buttoned up, and a black cocktail dress and very practical shoes. As a hostess, you have to be on your feet for a long time. So that would be her avatar as a host. But as the spotlight shifts to Cruz for a second before immediately going to the far more presentable figure, you see the red hair. For some reason, it's like what was a tied-up ponytail has now become an explosion of perms and curls, and the dusky skin has its own little sheen of just the slightest layer of sweat. And she is clad in a red sequin dress that has a strapless red sequin dress that gives very strategic insights into her figure. And there is a delicious slit that goes right up to the hip on one side. And she doesn't need to wear jewelry because she is shining anyway. But other than that, the last thing would be the dagger, heels of stilettos heels, and she would kind of come up and let us imagine in this universe that that George Michael does not exist. because she starts off into her OG song. Thank you. Uh, her OG song of Careless Whispers, and she glides through the intro and the first verse, and then I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. Should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut you off for copyright reasons, but this is great, Adi. I appreciate it.
So just the way I dance with you.
The camera doing the most. I love it.
Yes. But yeah, she sways in place. The spotlight shimmers on all of the sequins. And, but like, she will, at one point kind of like, graciously, ask the spotlight to be transferred over to Cruz. But then in that moment, she will kind of go to the side of the stage where there's a lot of candles, and then gently just start like swaying in place as like the candlelight does the reflecting of the sequins. And she has her own little moment there. But after the Cruz's solo, she would like, do a little applause and then come back and start singing again in full fabulousness.
All right. Oh, love that. As Cruz and Carmen are doing their thing on stage, we shoot back to the kitchen where, as Maria opens the oven, a shot of steam explodes upwards, and you know something has gone wrong.
Something is extremely burned. It's unrecognizable in the oven. She was a little distracted as she heard her best friend start singing, but she's also heard this song so many times in development. So it's kind of like, she's like grooving to it, but she's also like, oh, cool, I like the change she made, or like, no, that's not it.
Almost immediately after, the steam rises and the smell of something burnt wafts to the kitchen, Mariano is almost instantly by your side. And he's a taller, older, salt and pepper haired man. Bags under his eyes, hands rough and having both scars of old cuts, nothing new, never nothing new. And he kind of looks at you and says, Maria, what has happened?
It's just burned, it's fine, I got it. I'll handle it.
You sure?
Yeah, look, I'm already making another one. Batter's already to go in the oven.
Mariano just in general shouts into the kitchen, if anyone is free with their station, please help Maria.
No, I got it. I've got it.
Does anyone come to help Maria?
I think Fernando would probably, like, if there's a break enough, will come over, just because like he knows that Mariano can be very like exacting like that, and if someone doesn't come over, then everyone will be in trouble. I think that's the vibe.
All right.
So, yeah.
I would say Fernando can absolutely go help. Try to go help Maria.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Federico seeing Fernando going, he was about to like reach like drop stuff and then go help, but then the second he sees Fernando go, like he'll go back to his station. Like, just switch. Okay, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
One like chunk of hair has come loose from Maria's absolutely perfect bun, and it's the first time you've ever seen this.
Oh my. Anyway, but Yeah, Maria, are you all right? Oh, just a little. Is it something that can be salvaged? Like, Fernando is just like looking. Is it the tres leches cake?
Yeah, I think maybe if I cut the top off,
Yeah, we can.
it'll it'll be fine. It's just the top is like a little overcooked. It's fine. I'm not behind. I'm not behind. I'm never behind. I'm not behind.
I know you're
Sorry.
not, but Maria, I'm just you know how Mariano gets. Let's just get the top cut off, and I'll get the top cut off, and you can start on the next one. How's that?
I mean, even if you just want to like stand here while I fix everything, it was my mistake. I mean, it just so he doesn't yell at us. You can just stand here and like hold the knife and look like you're doing something, and I'll fix it all. I can fix it all. I'll fix everything.
If that's what you want.
I know how to fix it. It's fine.
But I like to help. You'd be doing me a favor if I could help.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, sort of like Fernando knows that the only way that that Maria will allow for help if it's like, oh, you're helping me by letting me help you, I think is what they're going for. So yeah, cooking together. Yay.
All right. Yeah, you guys get get on the burnt tres leches. I would like as Fernando like cuts the top off and like tries to plate it. I would say Maria, you go back to making a new batch, and hopefully none of the patrons have any complaints about it.
Oh no, like Fernando is like very good at like is like one of his specialties is like delicate plating and making things look like fantastic, I think.
Let's go.
I think also Maria's cake is so popular that like a slightly bad version of her cake is still excellent.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, sorry, what was that? Anyway.
Lorena, back on the restaurant floor. What does Lorena usually do during dinner rush?
I think Lorena is definitely a helicopter mom with this restaurant. She's just like, she's not going to interfere at the tables, but she's keeping a close eye on everything that's going. She's like looking at the kitchen in case there is like too much going on, and she's definitely giving the stink eye occasionally to Silvio, because the crowd, literally the amount of restaurant patrons and the people that work there love him or like him, and that's why she's like tolerating his presence. But she realizes he's a mooch. She's just fine with it. In a strange fine.
Is confronting Silvio something that Lorena would do for the dinner rush? Like throw an apron at him and be like, get to work?
I would say not yet. If she sees that orders are getting late, she's going to immediately get on his ass. She's like a shark just watching for a little hint of blood.
All right. As you make your rounds through the main floor, you don't you notice a tiff at the entrance of the restaurant, and as you approach the doors, you see head security Leo arguing with Mateo Ibarra.
I'm going to immediately roll her eyes, and definitely her mood for the night has worsened immediately. She's going to head over there, trying to maintain a calm demeanor. What is going on? And she's just directly talking to Leo. She's not paying any attention to Mateo.
All right. As you approach, you hear that agitating voice of Mateo. To you, it's very agitating. To anyone else, it sounds very, very smooth, very suave, very nonchalant. And you hear him say to Leo, I am simply a patron tonight. I come in peace. And Leo has his arms crossed. Leo has their arms crossed, just looking down at Mateo, just like almost daring Mateo to take another step towards them. And this is what you come to. And Mateo, upon noticing you, Lorena, pokes his head around Leo, and it's like, and like puts his arms out. It's like, Lorena, come on. Leo here says that they can't allow me inside. All I want to do is dine. Is that such a crime?
This is a holy space, and you are not the devil, but definitely one of the minions. Why are you here?
If this is a holy place, Lorena, I am a worshipper. Would you deny a worshipper a holy place?
The last time you were anything even close to holiness was when you were baptized. Alright? Do you just want to die? Really?
Yes, all I want is to dine. Maybe look at Carmen. You can't blame a man.
Indeed, I put him in the back, as far away from the good patrons, and keep an eye on him. And she's just going to haughtily walk away, but she's definitely going directly to Silvio's place, where like Silvio is.
All right.
Silvio, I have a task for you. The devil worshipper has graced our steps again. Keep an eye on him. Don't make sure he's not doing what he does best. Fucking shit up.
Oh, Lorena, hello. I was wondering when you would come say hi. I've been trying to get your attention all night, but yeah, that works. I think I can help with that. And he reaches into his pocket, pulls out some cash, pointedly looks at her while he puts it on the counter to make sure that there is enough in it, plus a healthy tip for the bartender. And he's like, "I got it. Silvio has got this. Mateo is my responsibility for tonight. Don't worry about it."
Yes,
yeah.
Please. Okay.
And then maybe once I've taken care of him, we could go out to dinner, or we could grab a bite here.
One coffee tomorrow morning.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's
Yeah.
going to
No pressure.
give a thumbs up. Okay.
That works. I'll be back. And then he rolls up his sleeves again and puts his hands in his pockets and walks over to Mateo.
She's going to now head back to Leo and be like, now both of the problems are at the same place. Keep a watch on both of them. And she's going to go back to the shark hunting.
Yeah, Leo gives you like a curt nod, and they take their post by the door again.
Yeah.
And yeah, Silvio, you approach Mateo, and Mateo's again sitting, has been sat in the back, but still seems to be enjoying himself as you approach. And he vaguely recognizes you, and he, one second. He looks at you and he's like, Saul, right?
Silvia's gonna grab the chair.
No, Santiago. No. No. Sorry, what was it?
Silvia's gonna grab the chair in front of him, pull it back, sit down, and then lean forward. My name is not important. It's It's Silvio if you're interested, but irrelevant. How can I help you today?
Oh, I've just, placed my order thanks to your wonderful waitstaff. Are you here to give me company?
I mean, if it's company you're looking for, sure. If you want a nice conversation, like we can do that. If you just want to complain about other things, that's fine. If you want to talk about how incredible Carmen's singing is, I'm here for that too. So we're just here for the vibes.
Just P asking. Did you say incredible Carmen singing is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For some reason, my mic picked up terrible, and I was gonna go.
Oh
off.
no. No, Sylvia's not an asshole.
But Theo kind of leans back in his chair and says, "Of course, who doesn't love listening to Carmen and Cruz, their wonderful double act, which might soon become a single act? A shame, really."
Oh, interesting. Do you have some juicy gossip? I love gossip. What do you mean might become a single act? Is Carmen leaving?
Oh, I wouldn't have the slightest clue. You should probably ask Carmen. Although when I did talk to Cruz, he seemed fine with the prospect.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? Maybe we split it up, and instead of them having to do double duty every night, Carmen could take the first shift and Cruz could take the second. It depends on how they want to do it. Really, I'm not involved in the day-to-day running of the business at all. I realized a long time ago that it's better to hire people who know what they're doing than pretend you know what you're doing and run shit into the ground because and he looks pointedly at Mateo. I know a lot of people who have done that and who have no clue how to run a business but want to run one anyway.
Oh, interesting. Hey. Well, of course, I'm just here to dine and not talk business, but since you brought it up so elegantly, all I want to do is help Nautica. If Lorena doesn't want my help, so be it, but listen, this is a holy site, and I just want to do some renovating. Sue me.
I'm sorry, did you just say it's a holy site? What?
Yeah.
It's,
Do you question that?
yeah, Sylvia is like, is there something in the lore that I should know, or
Oh, you didn't hear. Lorena considers this a holy site, which again is a little off. Then again, she is off. So,
okay,
if
listen.
you have a problem with that, you must take it up with her.
Listen, dear buddy, pal, friend, whatever else you'd like to be addressed as. I do not agree with Lorena that this place might be a holy site, but I will also not stand for people talking shit about the people that I care about. So
I didn't say anything. You were the one who implied that she was crazy by thinking this was a holy site.
I never said anything about anyone being crazy. All I said was I don't agree, and that's perfectly valid. It's people have their own things that they enjoy, and if she thinks it's a holy site, then good for her. Just because I don't believe it doesn't mean that I think that she's wrong, and that doesn't mean that I think she's crazy either. Lorena is the reason this place runs as effectively as it does. So I would be an idiot to even question that.
This place is in business because of the patronage. And that patronage is brought in by one person, and that is Horacio. I'm sure you know of him. Unless your day job keeps you busy and you don't, seeing as he only comes here for the lunch service.
I have heard of him, never got the chance to meet him because, yeah, I'm usually here in the evenings. And Sure, yeah. Horatio was the first person to grace the steps of La Nautica, and and the rest of us are very grateful for his patronage. Not going to question that at all. I don't know what you're trying to get out of me here, but yeah.
He kind of like waves you off and says, "If there is nothing productive or interesting you have to say, I would like to be left alone. After all, the performance is captivating." And I'm gonna say at that point, Alma comes along and gives Mateo the drink that he ordered. Like, puts down a glass, pops open a bottle of wine, and like pours a glass, and then they leave. And he raises a glass towards the stage.
Around that time, I think Carmen would have seen and given a small little dip and a very sultry flying kiss.
But yes, that's where we will leave Mateo and Silvio at this point, and back in the kitchen. Dinner rush is still going on. Plates are being sent out. Everything, even though there was a small hiccup from Maria Station, everything seems to be going smoothly. Federico, you see, you notice that the amount of plates that are in the window are just piling up, and no one seems to be collecting it. And you know exactly who is to blame.
Where did you go? I look around. I'm trying to locate her in the restaurant.
Locate, I'm sorry, who? I couldn't hear you.
Siente. Ariadne?
Oh, Ariadne. Ariadne's the dishwasher.
Yes. The dishes are piling up, right? Like, that's what you said.
Oh, no, at the window. Food hasn't been going out.
Oh.
Food isn't being picked up, and it is not going out to the patrons, and you know who is responsible.
Dolores. Yeah. Alma and Dolores? Am I mixing something up, or?
I would say, no, I was implying Diego, Cristobal's twin.
Oh, Diego. Of course, it's Diego. Where the hell did that guy go? And I'm gonna look around and see if I can spot him or his twin. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would say like as you are like walking through the hallway that divides the dining room and the kitchen, you see Diego just on his phone.
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? Are you trying to make my pasta cold? What is happening? Go get the plates. Go serve him now. Move it. And yeah, Federico. I realized I didn't really give much of a description for his character. He stands about 6'2", brown, like dark brown skin, with a mop of black hair. He's dressed up in just a plain white tee with a so those old Italian movies where the pants go all the way up, like past the hip, like almost up to the stomach. So he's dressed in that, and the white shirt is open, all like up to his chest, and like he's dressed in an apron. And yeah, he is panicking at this point because he's just started this job and he wants to do a good job of it. And yeah, the other people keep screwing it up for him, and it is not a good time. So yeah, Diego, get up, move.
All right. Oh my God, God forbid I take a break. Ugh.
You can take a break
And
after. Yeah.
yeah, he gets moving and takes whatever plates he has like for his tables, and he goes on, and as you come back to the kitchen. Hold on. I would say Ariadne kind of like pulls you aside and tells Ariadne pulls you aside and kind of in a hushed whisper kind of says, there might be a problem.
Another problem? What happened? What's up?
He's back.
Who's
Mateo
back?
is back.
Why is he back? What?
I don't know. I don't know. Leo texted me. I just got to see my phone for a quick second and I'm telling you. So you can do with that what you will. I'm going back to dishwashing.
I will process this. I will internalize, and then I will get back to you after the dinner service. I need to go back to cooking now because this is our life now. This is what we do. And yeah, like he'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this information in for now and ask Lorena about it after the dinner rush. So yeah, he's gonna go back to cooking for now because that's what
As you go back, you hear Ariadne under under her breath just say like, it's not your hands and fingers that are pruning. But you don't have time to reply as she also scurries off.
that girl. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go back.
Steve, do we have time for a break, for a quick like 5-minute break?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we were gonna take a quick little break here, 5-minute break, before we get back into the bustle and maybe the end of dinner rush and downtime after that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back from our very short break. We now see Náutica, patrons are slowly, leaving. Tips have been given out. Busboys and waiters are clearing tables. One patron remains in the back, in the very back, and that is Mateo. No one seems to be paying attention to him. It looks like, it looks like he's just part of the furniture, as far as any of the other employees working the floor are concerned. Back in the kitchen, chefs who are in charge of their station are cleaning up, wiping down, and poor old Ariadne in the corner is just trying her darndest to rinse off the plates just so she could load them into the dishwasher. Camila, you wanting to escape Mateo in any other horrible conversation he might have to offer, find yourself in the office at Náutica. It's located at one corner in the back rooms, and usually where all like the files, employee contracts are kept, are signed. Any warnings that need to be made to staff are done here. The office itself also has also has a view of the ocean down below. In the middle sits a weathered wooden desk that once belonged to your father. And as you relax in the cushioned chair, you hear a knock at your door.
Come in.
You see someone you don't really recognize walk in, and kind of, they slip they slip a piece of paper onto your desk and kind of just like an envelope onto your desk in front of you, and just kind of stand there, waiting for you to read it. The person themselves is actually, Kronos, can you describe Uno for me?
Okay, so Uno is a burly, fair-skinned man. He has he stands about like he's burly, but he's stout, right? Like he's like 5'7", 5'8", and yeah, he is he wears a gray T-shirt, like kind of a nondescript T-shirt, and no, like black pants, and yeah, he looks menacing, but without trying to be menacing. You know, when you see a person like that, like that's like you don't want to fuck with that guy. Like he not for any particular reason. He doesn't seem to be grimacing or anything like that. But the vibes that come off this guy is, do not approach me or I will wreck you. Like that's the kind of vibe that he seems to be giving off. Yeah.
And I don't know this guy at all.
Oh, no, you would be
You
familiar.
don't.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, you probably would have seen him in passing, but you don't know his name. Again, you don't know too much about him, but he does look like he's waiting for you to read the letter.
We usually start our meetings with hello, but I guess this is not one of those. Would you like to take a seat? As she's going to say that as she looks down and, in a very poker card manner, looks at what the chick says.
Sorry, what was that last bit?
She's going to look at it how you look at poker cards, just with like a slight tilt, and she's going to read it.
She's gonna read what's in the envelope.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was a check. Yeah, envelope. Yes.
All right. Yeah. You open the envelope and the only thing written in the letter is be careful of lovers, and that's all that's written. And this says be careful of lovers, and that's all that's written. And Uno, I mean, this person who, again, you don't know their name. This person, as soon as like you look back up at them, acknowledges that like you've read it and like curtly nods and just goes out the door.
She raises her eyebrow, but she doesn't really say anything. This night has gotten weirder. I suppose Matteo has something to do with this. She just shrugs and puts the envelope into her desk drawer.
All right. All right. Back on the floor, Cruz is, winding up hoards, stashing them away. Carmen, you've changed back, I'm assuming, into your hostess, quote-unquote, uniform. And what is Carmen doing to help the staff, waiters, busboy, bartender, to like help settle down for the night?
I mean, she would have done, the herding out of the last of the patrons. She would have given Matteo a smoldering kind of look, and with the unstated intention of like, I will be there shortly. And she would have, I think she would have gone to check up with the PR people, who I believe would be
Bella and Remy.
Bella and Remy, and I would have gone. Did you get all the pictures? There was one little boy. Speaking of, like, a 6'2" like brick of a man, The little boy who put his elbow into his bowl of soup when I leaned down. That was hilarious. But I hope you did not pitch that. There were a lot of times when they were looking up in adoration and enjoying the moment. I hope you captured that properly.
Hmm. Remy looks at you and says, "Well, we've captured the mirth and joy of dining at La Nautica. I do have a few pictures of you. You're free to look at them when, back in the office when you can. But the spotlight isn't always on you, Carmen.
Well,
You should
that
know that by
is
now."
that. I hope you get your ears cleaned, my dear. I asked if you got pictures of the audience, not of me. I don't need to have more validation than I already have. And I will pat him condescendingly on the arm.
All right. Remy kind of like rolls their eyes and says, "Okay. Yeah, got pictures. Is there anything else?"
No, if that is the extent of your job as you see it, of just taking pictures as the PR team, when I do all of the actual public relations, I think that is your issue more than mine. But
Carmen,
all
I
right.
think you need to read a dictionary and like look up the definition of public relations, because I think our definitions of public relations are a little different.
That sounds like a skill issue, my dear. Pat again and sways off.
Word.
Yeah, you leave Remy and Bella.
I would have
And
sauntered over to the kitchen, like to just help out with the, at least like forget the busboys and the betas. I would have helped. I would have wanted to see how Maria is doing the day.
how is Maria doing at the end of the day?
Maria, rest of the service went flawlessly for her. She is still mortified about earlier. There's like an anger in her brow that has not gone away. She's just kind of angrily scrubbing one bowl.
She would obviously she would notice this, right? As in Carmen would notice this.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Seeing as how y'all are pretty much best friends.
Mi amor, what happened? You do not seem to be your usual bubbly self. Was it
Oh,
that
no,
cabron Mariano?
nothing I can handle. I messed up a little. It's fine. I fixed it. Fernando helped me. It's fine.
She gives an approving nod at that. Well, that is one of the few things that he's good for. But there was not nary a blip in the service. There was nothing that disturbed the harmony of the night. You were perfect as you are, mi amor. Don't worry about it. And if Mariano comes and tries to stomp in your general direction, let me know. I will have a particular direction of stomping that I will do to that pendejo.
You're sweet, but usually he does his stomping while you're a little busy.
I wonder why. But if you need some help, let me know. I have time after I've dealt with the public relations team. And I will kind of look over. Who do I see in the kitchen right now?
You see, I would say Fernando and Federico are definitely there. Julieta is gone. Mariano is still there, and so is Ariadne.
I think like with like a literal kind of like head cock and a neck kind of like swivel, she'd kind of tie her hair up as she kind of like saunters over to Mariano. Mariano, good evening.
Good evening, Carmen.
I heard that there was an earlier issue in the kitchen. Well, could you tell me about it? The patrons were not entirely disturbed, but they heard some raised voices coming from the kitchen. And, this is not what we try and do at La Nautica. This is not what we try and do, my dear.
The way I run my kitchen is of no importance to you. And again, as a hostess, you have no right to tell me how to run my kitchen. I know how it runs and I know what works. And yes, my shouting may be loud, my voice may be loud, but the commands are curt and nothing more. Yes, we had a hiccup, nothing that couldn't be solved. Fernando here, of course, is a great help.
Clearly, it was handled because there was no disruption in the night, thanks to the staff and the heart of La Nautica, which is the kitchen. But the pulse is what I control outside, and such disturbances are. It breaks up the tempo, my dear. So perhaps next time, I would not ask you to control yourself, but she kind of just like stops there and like raises her eyebrow.
I'm gonna ask you to manipulate a superior because you basically don't have any say in the kitchen.
Yeah, fair. So that's wait, what is that? It's a 2, no.
It's so first you'll have to answer questions, and this is for the audience, chat, and anyone not in this scene. So I would say people not in the scene would be Silvio and Camila. Yes. So you
Yes.
two can give input. Has Carmen caught Mariano in a good mood?
Are the audience supposed to answer that?
Yes.
Hell no.
Chat can
He's
answer,
pissed
y'all can
off.
answer.
I don't think Mariano
But I
is
don't-
ever in a good mood, right? So that's a moot point, really. So,
Yeah.
but since the dinner
I've
rush is
seen
over
them.
and everything is resolved, I'm assuming he's in a better mood than he usually is, if that counts.
I think he's tired. I think he's cranky for sure.
Okay, in that case, that would be a no. And does Carmen's well-being directly affect Mariano?
No, I don't think so. I mean, a little bit, but I don't think Mariano gives a shit about that. I think I do as the owner. Because I know Carmen brings a lot to the table. But I don't think Mariano gives a shit about that.
Okay. And Carmen, what's your playbook question?
My playbook question
Isn't it, or am I the center of attention?
yes, that is what it is.
Yeah, is Carmen the center of attention at this point?
Yes. Not sure.
Okay.
When is she not
Like
You
here?
can.
with the like tying
she's
of the
not, yeah.
of the ponytail and the click of the heels as she walked up to this dude. Yeah, I'll let
Okay.
you be the judge of that.
You can roll a 2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1. Okay. 1 second. Do. That's a 6.
Okay.
Just nice.
Mariana looks down at you and kind of straightens his posture. And you see, like, you just now notice Carmen, even though you've worked here for a bit. Um, the buttons on his uniform are really like trying their hardest to keep it together. And he looks down at you, smirks, and says, I'm not going to be taking any advice on how to run my kitchen from a lowly hostess. You may be pretty to look at, but if you run a kitchen, everything will become a mess. And he waves you off and kind of orders everyone, just like, again, shouts just to show off that like you saying that he can't shout doesn't work here. He says, everyone clean your stations as fast and meeting in the pantry in 10.
Be careful,
Chef.
darling. If you shout a little more, your stomach is going to make those buttons pop right out.
Oh no, I meant chest, not his stomach.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm,
Fair.
mm-hmm.
Fair.
Mariano's
Fair.
in great shape for his age.
Do you think that I would mind if that all happens?
That's kind of why I fucking said it.
But so on a 6, they're supposed
You
to give in to
fail.
my wiles and agree to do it, right?
On a hit, they give into your wiles. A hit is a 10, or a hit is
Is a
is
10
a
or
10
above.
a 10
Yeah.
or above. A 6
Oh.
is a miss.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, 7 to 9 is
Um,
like it
Right.
may like
You
ish.
might get something, you might not,
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
depending on what you want to do.
So it's only 10 plus that is considered a hit.
10 plus is like a full hit,
Okay.
but 7 to 9 is still a hit. So, but in the moves, some of them say on a 7 to 9 this happens. But if it just says on a hit, it's just 10 above.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification. I
No
didn't
worries.
think I got
Absolutely. I welcome
Cool.
all questions. All right. What are Fernando and Federico doing after Mariano kind of orders a meeting and
Mhm. It's like, yeah, it's sort of like, well, you heard him. Let's get everything cleaned up, get the stations ready, and get our stations ready for tomorrow, and meet in pantry. So just sort of Fernando's just like sort of going with it, just looking around, seeing if anyone like needs some extra help, because and sort of gives Carmen a little bit of a look like thanks. It's like that. It's like thanks. You just made stuff a little bit more difficult for the rest of us. So, but but yeah, you better be. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no. But no, Fernando just sort of shakes his head and but also looks over at Maria and sees how she's affected.
Maria's face is bright red.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oof. But yeah, and how's Federico doing? Or yeah, what's it? Yeah.
Federico.
Federico is like he's fully taking this job. Like he's trying to absorb as much as possible from the job. So he doesn't actually mind that he's being yelled at. Like that's part of it for him. So yeah, when the chef goes, okay, everyone to your stations, clean up. Like he's like, yes, chef. Like he's trying to get fully into it, but like he's trying to overcompensate because it's not something that he's used to. Is being in a subservient position. So it's kind of new to him. So he's kind of like in contradictorily like fully push himself into that. And yeah, he like tries to get his station gone, like get all of that shit done. And when everything's neat, he's gonna go and help Ariadne, and just give her a look of like, listen, I'm sorry, I know this is my fault that you're stuck here washing dishes with the finger prunes, but It's fine. I'll just help you with it. Like I'll put in effort at the last 10 minutes so I can make up for the last 2 months of you washing dishes, and yeah, he'll sit and he'll start helping Ariadne with that, and then he'll ask her um more about the Mateo situation. Like he'll just go, so Ariadne, okay, now that the pressure is over with, um what you said Mateo showed up. Like he's our competitor. Why would he come here? What is his purpose?
Ariadne looks at you like you have three heads. and, and just looks at you incredulously and says,
No,
Federico, he's you know why we were employed here, right?
I understand that, but I mean, listen, when they said that we were supposed to pass information along, I was under the assumption that my my normal life comes first and information comes second. But I mean, I guess that's fair enough, I suppose. But uh, yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. We
Mateo is here to ruin us. You know this, yes?
Yeah, I do. But like, I mean, listen, you know what I've been going through. You know why I'm doing this. Like, it's
I
sure the
know,
fact.
I know, I know who you've been focusing on. Don't worry. And Ariadne puts like the last of the crates into the dishwasher and like starts the last cycle. And as she walks away towards the pantry, she's like, "Well, come. There's something happening. Clearly, if Mariana wants to talk to all of us, it's not a common occurrence."
Listen, Ariadne, thank thank you, thank you for accommodating my wishes. I know I've been a bit willful, but I am truly grateful that you're here with me.
If I have to take your job off the floor again,
Y-
I
y-
will stab you.
And I will fully deserve that stab. Thank you.
Okay, now
And
let's
yeah,
get going.
he'll follow behind.
All right. In the pantry, I would say it's basically kitchen staff. So you have Mariano, Fernando, Federico, Sebastian, Maria, Ariadne, and even even the waiters are here. Uh, Mariano kind of like claps his hands together just for like order and to get attention onto himself. And Mariano's expression right now looks a little sheepish as he kind of like ushers everyone to like the sides of the pantry and kind of turns down the lights and says, "I have agreed to surprise someone. Please help me." And you see, I think like from the entrance of the pantry, everyone kind of sees Julieta being led in by Alma. Um, and as the lights go on, everyone sees Sebastian down on one knee with a ring box out in one hand. And Julieta immediately, shocked, the tears streaming down her face as Sebastian goes into a spiel of how much he's enjoyed working with Julieta and how their friendship has blossomed into this wonderful relationship. And even though they are on opposite sides of the kitchen, how he always feels close to her and looking up at her with misty eyes, he asks her to marry him.
Oh.
Julieta immediately says yes. They hug. I will say, a bottle is popped open, glasses are handed around, drinks are had. Camila, you would, I would say, hear this commotion and wander into quote unquote unknown territory. That is the kitchen.
She would have seen Carmen just leaning, like kind of sulkily against the door, like with a slightly kind of expression on her face.
She makes a mental note to check on Carmen like later in the night. But right now she goes to she waits quietly in the corner for the happy couple to first get done with their things, and then she will go quietly congratulate them. Definitely trying to stay away from all of the surfaces of the kitchen. This is a costly invest for sure.
As you congratulate the couple, the writing on a note comes back to the front of your mind, and you wonder if this is the warning that you've been privy to, or if it was something else. You choose. You can choose to believe what you want as of now.
Yeah, right now she just keeps it in her mind. She's not going to act on it, especially not right now when they have just proposed.
Silvio, where are you? Whereabouts are you in La Nautica?
I think Silvio is. He hears the commotion. He wants to go see what's going on, but also he doesn't want to leave Mateo alone in the restaurant as well. So he's literally
see that Mateo has essentially disappeared.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay. So the minute Mateo leaves, Silvio just wanders over to the back of the kitchen, just doing his best to not make too much noise or draw too much attention to himself, and he just leans against the door right next to Carmen, and he's just watching this happy scene, whatever. And he just turns to her and he's like, I wonder what this feels like. Just true love, and just knowing that you want to spend the rest of your life with one person. It's never happened to me before, and I feel like it's one of the core moments I missed out on as an adult, or just as a human being, I guess. It's strange. What about you? Have you ever been in love?
Well, if you mean by promising to enter into eternal servitude and being tied down as a prime expression of a romance, then that is certainly a perspective, Mr. Silvio. But my approach to passion is a little more ephemeral and in the moment. Some things are not meant to last. Does a sunset or a sunrise, if it extends through the day, it would just be the sun. It is only in the moment that it happens that it is truly beautiful.
That's a really beautiful way to put it, I guess. There's a reason why you're the star attraction, or one of the star attractions, I guess, because you have a way with words and other things.
It is good to know that you recognize these things, darling. Also, it is far too much paperwork for me, these kind of things. Very troublesome. But I suppose we should go and congratulate the new couple and their happiness.
Yeah, I think that's only the right thing to do, I guess. Sometimes I feel like I wish that I could just be here as Silvio and not like a representative of the family. where I could just, I don't know, it just feels like there's too much responsibility when it comes to being the official thing of anyway. I don't want to burden you with my troubles, and he just
It is not a burden if you want to share. I am always here to help and listen if that is what you would like.
yeah, I really
So-
appreciate that.
For some reason, I have a feeling that you wish this would have come from somebody else's mouth than mine.
See, the thing about mouth is it doesn't really matter. It's no,
Fail.
I
You don't need to fumble, darling. Come, Pat's cheek. Let's go.
yeah, no, that's Steve fumbling, not serious. Silvia was very suave. I just didn't know how much I wanted to say on my own stream. Yeah, that's
Carmen enters the pantry, and Silvio, you take one last once over of the kitchen, wondering what it would be like to actually be responsible for this place. And though you haven't really been in the kitchen much, you see something is missing. One of the knife boards doesn't have all the knives in it.
oh no.
And you don't think much of it as you go inside to congratulate the couple. But, as the clamor and the congratulating kind of dies down, the camera pans through Nautica, empty, quiet. But there's a faint rustling of papers coming from the office. And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Ooh. Nice.
Let's go.
It's a knife hanger. It's not even a cliffhanger. It's a knife hanger. Nice.
Oh man.
It's a paper cut.
See, you did it better than I could. Very nice.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the premiere episode of El Sabor del Amor. I can't wait to see where our lovely, lovely people take us. All right. Yes. I will start saying goodbye. Let's see with Emily.
Emily, you're muted.
Muted.
Definitely knew that. Just sorry. What are we doing?
Where can people find you?
Lullabies.
Any upcoming projects that you want to plug here now is the time.
This is the only special thing that's happening in my life. But at Emily Plays D&D on TikTok and Twitter.
All right. Sangeet.
I don't have any plugins or any social media handles, but I would just like to thank Agent P here for wonderful MC. I enjoyed this very much.
I'm super, super glad that you did. Going on now to Amanda.
Sorry, I lost the button, the unmute button. Anyway, so hi, I'm Amanda Panda Sensei here on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter at nanibgaltl. I am hoping to start a some YouTube stuff, but I'll plug that when that's actually up and going. And I've got a new site I'm working on that I'm very excited to show you next time, maybe. So stay tuned for that.
All right, Adi.
Hello, people of the internet. I am Adi MK. You can find me at Moonlight Creations on Instagram and audiobooks on YouTube because, hey, my name's Adi and I read out audiobooks. Who'd have thunk? I'm also working on an AP stream of my own, which is hopefully going to come up soon, where I'm going to be doing a homebrew 5e game, which is going to be called The Tides of Atlantis. And if you know anything about Atlantis, you know that things don't end up all that well. So look forward to that. I'm kind of setting that up. But all kudos to my fellow players, the lovely MC, and the amazing signs that came up. And I immediately had to get onto that, because that is an amazing little thing to do. But yeah, enjoying being here and really looking forward to seeing what we cook up.
Yes, I'm so excited. And Kronos.
All right. I don't really have any other socials to plug in other than Discord. So Kronos Time Lord is the name. You can DM me anytime. I will say for the people who want favors regarding time travel, that's not the way that works. All right. I am a human being. The Discord handle is Kronos. And but yeah, hit me up anytime. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for the amazing memories. I'm looking forward to future sessions. I really love the players that joined today, and Agent P for MCing. Amazing job as always.
Thank you, thank you. And last but not least, we have Steve.
Yeah. Hi, hello. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pantsless tables and a bunch of other things. We've got a bunch of really cool things happening over the next few weeks. This Friday is episode 3 of Masks, which is really cool. We're coming back with Oops All Bards, and the finale of Bludgeon on Sunday. That's happening. Next week, the week after that, actually, I am going to Kerala. So we have a week off. I'm going to attend a friend's wedding. So that whole week is off. So there's going to be no Passive Tables content for that 1 week on stream, on Twitch anyway. Silvio is old enough. That's all you should know. And that is all of that from me for now. We'll still upload regular YouTube stuff, of course, but won't be any new streams. Be sure to check out the channel and the other things. We're doing a bunch of really cool stuff. There's a big charity event happening end of September. Another big 48-hour event that is going to absolutely wreck me, but we're going to do it for a very good cause. It's for an Indian charity, an Indian mental health organization. Is going to have to happen outside of Tiltify, which is like a whole logistics thing, which we'll talk about later. But for now, that's all from me. Thank you for this. I had a lot of fun guest starring for this episode, and who knows, if we have a player call out, maybe Silvio will come back for that episode. We'll see how it goes. For now, that is all from me.
Thank you everyone for joining. I am Agent P. I use they them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at @theagentp_ or on Instagram at @the.agent.p. You can find me here almost every Tuesday running El Sabor del Amor. I think I have a pinned tweet of a playlist of any APs that I'm in. I also sometimes do voiceover stuff. But if you're interested in all that, you can follow my socials. Again, thank you for joining us, and good night. Or good morning, good time zone.